Hello. Goodness, it's a little dark, isn't it? How's that? All right, I have a new setup, kind of. So, it's messy over there. My house is a little messy. So, hello. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. We had the new moon yesterday, new moon energy. We got retrograde coming up. I know my friend Jen, too, was also mentioning, Mars and Jupiter and so much energy happening. So I thought I would come on and we could talk about setting new moon intentions and for the week or for the month. And pull some cards and just chit-chat and connect. I've got some great announcements happening, so let me know when you're on. I know it takes a little bit to notify when people are on, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share this over to my other page. Oh, I think I see Courtney on. Hey, Courtney. Hello. Hey, beautiful. It's funny. I was thinking about it. I saw your response on your post. And no, I didn't have a specific question because I had been pulling my cards all morning and all of my specific questions were most likely the same thing that you were going to give me a response to. So I just wanted, I think, a validation that I am moving in that right direction. So 1 second, I'm going to go ahead and share this over to my other page. So when you are hopping on, let me know who's here. Drop some love. If you are feeling the energy of this community and this live, definitely feel free to like, share, comment. Let's show Facebook that we've got a wonderful community coming on. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you. I have been going through some serious growth, and I knew it would happen once I made the decision. So, all right, here we go. So I have about an hour. I'm here till about 3 p.m., so I'm really excited. So let me know who's all on. I'm going ahead and I'm sharing this over to my page. Oops. What are you doing this weekend? Anything fun happening? Are you resting, relaxing, restoring? Are you adventuring? Where are you in your cycle when you're coming on here? Let me know where you're at. If you're not sure, let me know how you're feeling and what day you think you might be on. Here we go. We're live. Come on over. All right. My skin is feeling fabulous today. Resting for today. Excellent. I know today I am day 5 into 6 today. So I am feeling, actually, wait, 4 and 5. I am day 6-ish today. So I'm feeling really hands-on and taking action today. So with it being a Sunday for me, I enjoy that. I'm putting a ham in the oven for supper. And I'm going to keep getting to work. We've got so much exciting things happening, which is, I'll talk about that later on today. So welcome. If you are coming on, let me know who's down here. Let me know who's here. It's weird because I have had a hysterectomy, but I can still tell when I would be flowing, which would have been the last week. Actually, and it's not weird at all, Courtney. I actually talk about that on my podcast, episode 001, which is live. You can get it on SoundCloud, Google Play, and I'm just waiting for iTunes to finalize the approval of it, and then it will be on iTunes. So 001, I talk a lot about that. Not a lot, but I get deeper into that in my course, which I'll talk about later on today when we get ready to close up. So if you're just hopping on, welcome to the community. This is Rising Goddess. My name is Michelle. Oh, honey, yes, I know. I understand. What that means, though, is that it is requiring you to rest. On the spiritual sense, which I'm sure you are connecting that with it too. So again, welcome everybody. Welcome. Today we are, the new moon was yesterday, new moon into Aries. And I keep bumping my desk. So that's why you guys are like shaking all over the place here. But it's new moon into Aries. This energy is extremely fiery. This is passion. This is action. My jaw is starting to heal more, which is why I'm talking more. I'm going to talk about that in a story series on my podcast. So make sure you're on my love letters list so you can get information on that. Anywho, So this energy that we're coming into, right? Aries is fiery. My daughter is an Aries, okay? She's fiery. She is passionate. She is intense. She is a leader. She knows what she wants. She takes action. And so this is the energy that we're coming into with this new moon energy that is happening, right? We're moving into Aries this week. We are also moving into retrograde on Thursday, right? We also have, I think it's Mars into Jupiter. Is that what's happening? Somebody let me know down below. But this is a lot of fiery, intense energy. But when you throw in a retrograde, don't get scared. So many people start to move into this fearful mindset when a retrograde comes up. Remember, retro, it's refresh, renew, review, refurbish, okay? So this retrogrades give us a time to, well, we're moving into Aries, aren't we, Courtney? Right? The 20th. We are in Pisces now, but aren't we moving into Aries with this energy, right? Because we move into Aries before we go into the full moon, don't we? Am I confused? Somebody drop it. Keep talking, Courtney. Anyways, so yes, but still talking into retrograde, right? A lot of people tend to get a little apprehensive, right? They feel like, yes, we're moving into Aries, Christina. Okay. All right. So we're currently in Pisces, new moon energy, but we're moving into Aries this week, which is what we're moving into, right? So even though the new moon, we're transitioning, right? Am I understanding that? I'm still a student. So those of you who are definitely, we are, but the moon was Pisces. Right. Okay. So there we go. So again, I'm a student still, constantly learning. So all of that energy, the sun is moving into Aries. Ah, yes, Christina, thank you. Okay. All right. So see, everybody's learning when you come into this channel and you come over here, right? Because we all help. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. So yes, so all of this energy then, that is happening, right? So much of it is happening. There's a lot of things moving on, and then there's the retrograde. And so setting intentions, I think for me during the week of a retrograde, especially coming off, I am coming into week 2. So I'm moving into my spring of my cycle, right? I'm moving into my maiden. And so my intentions this week are starting to allow myself to review, refresh, and review the ideas that I'm doing, right? Making sure that I'm taking action. I'm feeling the energy of action. I'm feeling the energy of moving a little bit faster, right? My exercise that I'm doing is different zones. Zone 1 being during your period or right before, you're very low energy, right? So I'm moving into more of like a zone 3 right now. Zone 4 being the highest, the intense energy that I'm feeling for that. So moving up into this area, setting intentions for my week, whether it's for personal or for business, I want to take into consideration everything that's happening this week. And so for me, I'm still learning on astrology. I fully believe that the retrograde is for us. It's for us to be able to connect inside ourselves, to really ask ourselves the questions, ask ourselves what it is that we really want to be doing, and really paying attention to how we communicate with people. This is a big time where communication can be all off. And for those of us, I know sometimes for me, I can tend to have a great idea up here that will pop through, but sometimes when it travels down to the mouth, it kind of gets into a train wreck. So that happens a lot during a retrograde as well as, all of the technology and stuff that we happen. But it gives us an opportunity to slow down, fall into the flow of life. Such a great time. Yes, I know, Courtney, I do too. I really enjoy a retrograde as well. And I think it's really just all of the perspective of where we're at and understanding and taking in the fact that every single thing that is happening for us is happening for us, right? And that's when we start to really see the signs, right? I talked about this last time I came live. Miracles are happening all the time everywhere around us. It's just a matter of the fact that we're not seeing them. We're not allowing ourselves to, and we're not seeing the experience is happening for us. Interestingly, the symbol for retrograde is RX, which is also used in medical field, meaning remedy. Retrograde is about healing. Yes, Christina. Yes. Thank you. I love that. And I think what so many people too are afraid of, people are afraid of the retro energy because of that healing, because a lot of people are afraid to face, right? A lot of people are afraid to face the things that they need to review, right? I mean, there's things that I have been facing. I've been working with the cards, and I've been meditating, and there's things that I have been facing that I haven't wanted to face, but it's giving me an opportunity to really take a step outside of myself and really look at either the experience or my life from an objective point of view, from somebody, or, from is it objective or subjective? I feel like my words are going off. From an outside perspective, right? So I'm able to take a step away and look at it and review it. And so that is what I really love about setting intentions in the week of a retro starting. So this retro, I think it goes all the way through the 15th, doesn't it? Let me check. Yeah. Mercury goes direct on the new moon on April 15th, right? So we've got a month where we're in this energy from, this new moon. Afraid to face. This is why retrograde feels crazy for some people who are not ready to heal. Yes, Christina, yes, I fully believe that as well. And that's why there's those of us who are wanting to connect to the positive side of retrograde, those of us who are wanting to really dive into the opportunity of retrograde, to really be able to light the way for others to understand, so that they can see for themselves that, yes, there's going to be some experiences where I may, screw up communicating or screw up talking, but the fact is that if I'm reviewing it and I'm allowing myself to speak my truth, if I'm allowing myself to actually review this and communicate this out, at least it'll build momentum for growth and progression, right? And so that's where the healing starts to take place, right? Just like Brene Brown says, shame can only reside in the dark, right? And so when we bring shame up to the light, it can't have control or power over us anymore. And so all of the things that we have been running from, all of the things that we have been, desiring to not look at, right? Or all of the intentions or thoughts, or the lack mentality or the lack thought process that's been happening in our minds, that's going to come to the forefront. And we need to review that. We need to analyze that. And these are all thoughts and things that we don't want to, right? A lot of people are afraid of shadow work. And I think shadow work is so unbelievably important. And so if you do shadow work out there, Burdette, turning toward the uncomfortable allows it to move through you. Yes, Burdette. Absolutely. Absolutely. And, it's just like when, you feel that expansion, and it's funny, I have a lot of visuals because it just helps me. But, when you're blowing up a balloon and, you're breathing in, and it's just like our lungs when they're expanding, right? Sometimes when we need to take a deep breath, if we're doing an insanity workout or running, and, shout out and kudos to all you runners out there. But, you're running and it's like you need to take this deep breath and your lungs need to expand, and it gets to an uncomfortable point. At least for me, it's like, oh, but you need to take that big breath. But once you do, you get past that point, and then you can allow it, like you said, Burdette, to move through you, the air to move through you. You can allow it, the Gaia, the life, and all of that to happen. And when we start to allow things to move through us, then of course we're not blocking anymore, right? This is the abundance. Just, so many people, who work with manifesting and work with, helping people and learning how to manifest, which is how I utilize and what a lot of my courses are. But, when we block this energy, we're blocking the money, we're blocking the love, we're blocking the abundance, because everything is through a flow, and it's so funny. Every time I do this, I'm going in a circle, and it reminds me of, what's his name? I always forget his name. Oh my gosh, on Happy Gilmore, when he's playing, he's circular, movement, flow. This is what we want. And that's exactly what life is. And the blocks when we stop, when we're going with the flow, and then all of a sudden we see this rapid that's about to happen, right? We see this boulder coming up, or we feel it's about to get a little choppy. We try to turn around and swim upstream, and we're trying to force it and make it happen. and ultimately we block everything that we're about to be allowing ourselves to move into, whether it's financial or love or energy or career, whatever it may be, so I love that, Burdette. That's absolutely right. And that's with everything that we do with this. So enjoy this moving into retrograde. I mean, we've got the pre-shadow we've been in since the 8th anyways. And so you may have already started to feel a lot of these things start to come up. Usually when we're in the shadow part, that's when the things start to come up into ourselves, right? We feel like a little confusion. We start to feel like, oh my gosh, some doubt. We start to feel all of these things start to happen because our ego is trying to keep us safe and not face what is actually coming up that needs to be reviewed. So let's welcome retrograde, right? Let's welcome it into our lives to allow ourselves the opportunity to heal and not only, and understand a lot of the healing that is taking place, ladies and goddesses and everyone out there, a lot of the healing that is taking place is not just this current physical time and space realm of healing that's happening. There's ancient lines of healing within your families and other families around the entire existence of this world that is healing. Ancient lines, ancient feminine lines that are healing. This is what's happening right now. The shift is happening every single day. We see more and more of the divine feminine rising and the toxic masculine trying to hold on to this control and this power. And we see this starting to happen. So, allowing this to come in is really an exciting time. So let's do this, right? So let's set intentions for the week. So I don't know if you have a ritual that you do. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I tend to come on here usually during a new moon or a full moon and do some stuff. But I like to do a lot of things with fire. I just like fire. But before I move on, if you're just hopping on, welcome tonight. We're just talking new moon intentions. It's 2:22. I just looked at the clock. So we're having wonderful energy work through tonight. I'm feeling very energized. I'm currently on day 6-ish of my cycle. Therefore, I have a lot of downloads that are coming to fruition. I'm open. I'm excited. I'm allowing. And we are also moving into a retrograde. So let's welcome this. Hey, Lynn, I'm so glad you hopped on. Welcome. Oh, I haven't done a whole lot of stuff. We've just been talking and just sharing about the new moon. And I just learned, which, again, learning things. Here, let me stop. Sometimes I feel like it's like, oh, train crash. I feel like so many people are afraid to continue to state that they are still students of things. And, for me, I am constantly learning new things. That's what lights my fire. That's what geeks me out. I geek out on learning all new stuff. So a whole big thing of my purpose for here in this community and the podcast, of course, and all of the courses is to not only continue to learn myself, but to be able to provide an environment and an opportunity and a space for other goddesses to learn and continue to geek out on learning about themselves and where we are and who we are and why we are and all of these wonderful things. So welcome. Tonight, again, just setting new intentions. So what I like to do when I set new intentions, I like doing a ritual. I've got my sage, I've got my sacred space, and I like to write down my intentions, and I like to sit there, I like to meditate for a little bit. I like to enjoy, I usually put on ocean sounds. Courtney, love me some learning. Yes. And it's always such a wonderful thing because I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs. And these are things, being an entrepreneur myself, I work with a lot of entrepreneurs, and, it's a lot of the things that people are afraid of is that, well, I'm not at this level, which is thoughts that I've had myself many times, especially making this leap myself, personally leaving where I was doing and really diving like full feet in and just going off and doing it, right? And it's this fear that, I don't know as much as this person, or I don't know as much as this person, or, and that's okay. You're not meant to. You are at this particular moment in space and time. I'm at this particular moment in space and time for a reason. I am attracting those who I can continue to teach and help rise up as well as attracting those who can continue to help teach me and help me rise up. And we all come in at each other's lives for different reasons, season, or lifetime. And when we hit those different levels, we learn and teach each other. And then as we continue to grow and expand, we continue to bounce out and learn and teach from other people. And so things that, channels and messages that are coming through me could be expressed in a way that could help somebody else, whether somebody else could have channels and messages and downloads coming through them that could really resonate with somebody else and then resonate with me and help me. Oh crap, I didn't know that. Let me research more into that. And so I just wanted to throw that out there because, like I said, I do work with a lot of entrepreneurs, and I think my own personal thought process when I leapt into this, I'm going a full podcast and I'm helping women connect and create relationships with their periods and connect with their wombs and do ancient healing to really connect and start to rise up and run and live their lives based off freedom and ebb and flow. And, these are all things that I'm still learning and new. And so I feel like I'm just completely rambling off right now. For some reason, we just had to go on a rampage of just excitement and learning. So whatever you're doing out there, constantly keep learning, constantly keep showing up, and remember that we all have amazing gifts, and not one person is better than the other, and not one person is more than the other. It's just who we are and the choices that we made and the steps that we took to get where we are, and we constantly want to continue to allow that growth to happen and walk retrograde to make that happen. So I'm going to take a drink. So here we are, 30 minutes left of my time. Let's pull some cards. So we've got 3 decks we're going to pull from. You can have healing, you can have specific question, or you can have affirmation. So drop down below, let me know if you are just joining in with us. Welcome. The first half of this is me kind of rambling about new moon intentions and retrograde. If you find fun and value in that, definitely go back and catch that after we're done with the live. And right now we're about to pull some cards for the week. So we can either have the healing. Courtney, you got a healing? Awesome. Healing, specific, or affirmation. So comment below if you feel value, if you feel that somebody would benefit from the energy of this community, if you feel that somebody would value from our energy, then please share and let's show Facebook that we have a growing community here and we're rising up and we're rising up together. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So Courtney, you want healing. Okay, sister. Let's definitely do that. Christina, healing for me too. Absolutely. Is this loud when I'm shuffling it on the table? Is it very loud for you guys? Burdette, you want an affirmation. Alrighty, absolutely. Wonderful. If you are just hopping on, please, let's share this. Let's get some other goddesses here. Let's get some questions answered. Let's set some intentions for the week. Let's build our energy together to create a space and environment for allowing and flow, rejuvenation, renewing. May I have a reading, please? Would you have a specific question, Lynn, or would you like a card pulled from the healing? Or if you would like a specific long hour reading, I do offer spiritual coaching, one-on-one private sessions along with private intense and detailed readings. You can check that out on my website. And I'll post that down below. If you'd like one card here today, you can have healing, affirmation, or specific question. The specific question, you don't have to tell me that specific question. You can keep that in mind, and then when I pull that card, then you can just know inside whether or not that resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate with you right now, don't give up hope, because it just may mean that you're not consciously aware of it yet. Okay, so Courtney, we're asking for a healing first. It's a wonderful day. The weather, the sun's out, the clouds are fluffy, the sky is blue, the squirrels are eating the pumpkins. It's wonderful. All right, Lynn, wonderful. Courtney. Mm. Courtney. Ooh. 2 popped out. Healing and emerging. All right, so Courtney, I know you had a physical loss that has happened recently in your life. So healing, a situation that has caused you concern is on the mend. You are a natural healer, and your healing thoughts have manifested into form. Sometimes a situation cannot heal until you release the challenge completely so that healing light can enter it. Your worries will be over soon because this card signifies that a healing has occurred. To realize this healing, however, you must first stop focusing on what is wrong and instead affirm everything is in divine and perfect order right now. Trust in that. You have natural healing abilities. We know this for sure. And this card asks you to have faith that God works through you as an earth healing angel. Hold thoughts of love around any situation that seems to need healing. Visualize the situation as healed right now. Then give thanks to Goddess for this healing and completely release everything to the angels. The powerful effects of your healing work touch many lives. And then emerging. Your true self, radiant, powerful, successful, and intelligent, is now shining through the surface. Allow your true self to be visible to others, for you lift them up and inspire them, which, definitely goes along with your healing. You're awesome in so many ways. You're beginning to trust and reveal your true nature more easily. At one time, you may have believed that you have had to hide your feelings from others or even from yourself. Now, however, you realize how vital and attractive expressing your authentic self is. Your angels are guiding you to honor your true feelings by expressing them to yourself and others. The angels will help you lovingly talk about your feelings so that no misunderstandings occur with friends and loved ones, which is really important, especially with retro happening, right? Communication issues happen, and it's not like a specific issue or problem with a specific person. It's just that sometimes the communication doesn't happen as well as we want it to. The thought process from here to here or here to here sometimes gets messed up. So when we go about it with understanding and compassion for both ourselves and the other person, when you speak your truth and you emerge your true self, along with your healing capabilities and everything that the world needs, then you're doing it right. Everything that I'm going through is to help others. I need to be more clear about my feelings. I tend to hide them because I feel like I need to always be on for others. Sister, I understand that. I understand that a lot. It's that highlight reel, I think, that happens so often on social media. So many of us, which is why I love stories. I'm so glad that it helps you resonate. Understand that we are all living in this human existence. We are all spirituals, which I know you do. But none of us are always on, and we're not meant to be. We came here to choose the contrast. And sometimes that contrast requires us to be off. And for the humans who are requiring you to be on all the time are the humans that are constantly on and that they are still learning. And they're not the humans that are to be in your circle. It's like another Brene Brown quote. I love Brene so much. If you're not in the arena with me, then I don't really need to hear about it. I understand. Absolutely. And I think that's where communication comes in. And I think that's where communication and then releasing into the trust of the relationships and understanding. And I'm wondering too, and I don't know anything, but again, I think about me because I myself have found myself for many, 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 many years, which is what I'm writing about right now, always on, always going, always having to be that, always having to be, and always having to make sure I balance it all. And It's balance is stagnant. Balance is bullshit. Harmonizing our lives is really where we are. I read a book called Harmonized Wealth. The author is also part of The Secret. I forgot his name right now, but Harmonic Wealth is what the book is called, and he talks about our lives being pillars, the different parts of our lives being pillars, and some, like, one pillar being our marriage, another one being our children, another one being our career, another one being our social life, another one being our spiritual life, all of these different pillars. And by being balanced, we're usually stagnant, right? It's just stale. But when we're harmonizing, we're moving with the ebb and flow of life. And so sometimes our pillars for our marriage and our children is up higher and our career is down low. Sometimes our career pillar is up higher and our marriage is down a little bit lower. And this is where allowing ourselves to the ebb and flow, which is what I teach, which is allowing that ebb and flow to happen, and learning how to communicate that with the humans that are in our lives. So I'm sending you lots of harmonizing energy and clarity to help you through this particular moment in your life right now, and an understanding that it's okay to have some down pillars and up pillars, and that it's just a point in our life where you're at right now. It's not going to stay. It will ebb and flow with the choices and the energy that you align with. So, love to you. Okay, who is next? I know it was another healing card. Oops, hold on. Why is my computer slow? Christina, and then, okay, Christina was a healing, and then Burdette was affirmation. All right. Christina. Burdette, yes, impermanence right now. It's like this, yes. And that can have an impact on us, on our human senses. Tony Robbins teaches a lot about our basic human needs, right? Impermanence leads and can connect on the ego fear side. Impermanence is understanding. You're welcome, Courtney. I'm sending you so much love. Impermanence on the spiritual, right? The abundance mindset side is not as scary as usually it's connected to on the ego side of uncertainty, right? And when us humans are uncertain, there's fear, there's lack, there's that survival mode that comes through. And then we have that fear of needing to be perfect, right? Or once we're put on a pedestal of some sort, we have this fear and this driving fear that requires us to be perfect and remain on that pedestal, thinking that if we fail or if we fall at some point, then our entire life is going to shatter and people are going to completely disengage with us. And that is where understanding that perfection doesn't exist. We are the perfection in the contrast. The contrast is the perfection. That felt good. Did you feel that one? Burdette, your energy is just really fantastic today. Okay. All right, Christina, here we go. Christina. I sing everything. I sing a lot. Oh my. Well, Christina, truth and integrity. Truth and integrity, Christina. That one just flipped right over and it was like, me. You are guided to be very honest with yourself and to be true to yourself in all of your activities and action. The angels say to you, let go of anything inauthentic and all activities that do not mirror your highest intentions for yourself. If something in your life isn't working, be willing to release it to the goddess, universe, angel, source. When we open our hands and release unhealthful situations, the divine light can enter. Miracles always follow when we surrender troubling conditions. You'll find that the job, relationship, health issue, or other circumstance heals rapidly in ways that you could never have imagined. All along the way, the angels will perfectly guide you to actions that will either help you replace the situation with something better or heal it entirely. Expect a miracle when you decide to be true to you. Yes, and this is such a wonderful time during this week as we move into retrograde, you know. So Christina, this is a time for you to really ask yourself, am I being true with myself? Am I being true and honoring my spiritual purpose? Am I honoring my higher self? Is what I'm doing honoring my existence here? You know, and I think that what so many people, you know, when we run and we dim ourselves and we close, resonates. I'm so glad it does, Christina. You know, when we close our throat chakra, you know, this whole last couple of weeks has been me releasing, healing, and opening my throat chakra, especially with my jaw locking. It was just a crazy experience that happened. But what happens is you know, when we allow ourselves to no longer dim, when we allow ourselves to speak our truth and step up into our personal light of truth here in this existence, in this time and space, in this world, right? Then we are physically lighting up. We are lighting up for others to come to us who need our light to find their next level in their existence. It's all tied together. So you speaking your truth, you stepping up, right? Ask yourself, especially during this time of retro, and remember, I'm just hearing self-care. Christina, I'm just hearing self-care. I don't know, it just was very loud. So I just wanted to make sure I threw that out for you. So this week, make sure self-care is involved, okay? That was really, it just came through really loud, so I just had to say it. All right, Burdette wants an affirmation. Wonderful. Burdette is a wonderful photographer. She's got an amazing son who is absolutely fantastic. And, the universe loves Burdette. Burdette and I went to high school together, and so she's just fantastic. So, yes, self-care is exactly right. Yes, Christina. Yes, excellent. And, you know, and I'm sure you're fully aware of this, Christina, too, but I think so many people, and you see this meme all around as well. Well, maybe I don't. You know, sometimes I use absolutes, so I'm working on that, right? Oh, stop, go on, stop it. I totally will. I'll constantly go on. I really love your pictures, though. You really capture great energy. It's just wonderful. So, but, you know, for self-care, hey, Amanda, no apologies. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. If you want to catch the beginning we're talking kind of rambling, going off on a rampage of wonderful setting intentions with the new moon and going about retrograde and how it's for us. So you can catch that. Then we're just pulling cards right now. I've got about another 15 to 20 minutes, so you are right on time. So if you are just joining, welcome. If you are feeling the energy of this community, would benefit or value somebody else who, please definitely feel free to like, share, comment. Let's show Facebook that we have a wonderful community, and we are rising together. So welcome. And right now we're pulling cards. Burdette has affirmation cards. Oh! All right, Burdette, you had 2 pop out. Okay, Burdette, I recognize that I have chosen fear and I choose again. I choose love. So there's the first one. And the second one is, instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good of all. So both of these, for me, when they come up for me, when I hear them, when I resonate with them, it's really more of the surrendering the outcome. You're welcome. Surrendering the outcome of whatever it is that you are seeking. There's something happening. Yes. There's something happening that's going on in your life. Trust. The universe has your back. And the card that I love the most about with this deck is, you know, when I think I've surrendered, then I surrender more. Really, just let it go. Let the details go. Trust and know, and realize that all is happening for you in your favor. You got this. You got this. Okay, so Lynn, you asked us for a specific question. Again, if you are just joining us, you can choose, if you'd like a card tonight, you can choose from healing, affirmations, or specific question. You don't have to tell me the specific question, but what I'll do is I'll pull the card. I will explain and read from some of the booklet here, and you know how that resonates with you will resonate with you. If it doesn't resonate with you right now consciously, that's just because you're not consciously aware of it. Allow yourself the opportunity to be open to receiving whatever the message is that comes through from the card, because the card came through to trigger something in your conscious awareness, to have you start to think and follow the breadcrumbs. So, Lynn, you have a specific question in mind. So hold that question, and we're going to go ahead and choose. Oh, okay. All right, Lynn. The card that came out for you was the word Lord. The word Lord. Communication, praise, dishonesty. The word Lord. So let's go ahead and check this out. And it came up as an ally. This particular deck can come up as an ally or as a challenger. And the challenger is really just for you, just like as we move into retrograde week. The challenger is for you to think about something that could help you shift your perspective and ultimately the choices and ultimately the reality and outcome of your life. So the word Lord rules communication of all kinds and lets you know that positive interactions can be expected when he arrives as your ally. He only speaks with positive words and praises all he sees. He reminds you of the laws of abundance and praise. When you bless the world, it blesses you back. When you say affirming, supportive words, they carry an energy that returns to you in physical form. Remember that each one has power and will resonate into the universe, seeking its reflection in manifest form. Your body responds to praise, as does everything in the world around you. Praise it for its inherent health and beauty. Applaud yourself for everything you do, as even the tiniest accomplishments are important. This is so important, and I'm just going to stop here real quick. This is something that I kind of tend to get wrapped up as well, so I wanted to express it from maybe like a point of view that resonates with me is we tend to seek out these very large goals, right? Whether you're, again, bringing it back to entrepreneurs, right? If you're an entrepreneur and you are seeking a big income goal or a big, you have a goal of you wanting to help a certain amount of people in your particular niche market or your course or whatever it is that you are offering, right? And you are working and you're going and you are obtaining all of these little goals, but you can't see them because you're so focused on this main outcome, right? This is where the surrendering comes in. But also what's so important is that by missing all of these little celebrations and all of these little goals and accomplishments that you are completing leading up to this goal, then you are discounting all of the work that you're doing and the energy and the cooperation and the experiences and the places and the people that the universe is providing for you to experience and leap pad into your big manifestation. So this is an opportunity for you to really celebrate and understand that it's okay to celebrate the small things as well as the big things. And it's okay to celebrate the tough things and the rough things as well as the good and the bad, the yin and the yang. You can go up, down, light, dark, black, white, good, bad. Celebrating them all is what will continue to allow you to get closer and closer to the larger manifestation that you seek. Praise your bills, right? That's what I kind of was just what I was saying. Give thanks for the services you enjoy and watch the ability to pay them increase as you align with your spirit's increasing power. And thank you for pulling this card, because I think so many people need to hear this energy as well in this message. I think so many people are like, oh, I got to pay this bill again. I got to pay this bill again. And I got to pay this. No, I get to. I don't have to. I get to, right? We receive these things. We are choosing to invest in this, right? I saw a meme. It was on Insta. And it was, who posted it? Oh, I think my friend Katie posted it. And it was like, you spend $10 a day on lunch every day. And for the next 365 days, you spend this much money. You do have enough money to travel. You just don't like to make sandwiches. Right? And so this is just along those same lines, right? Giving thanks and giving praise and gratitude for what it is that you currently have, but also remember to give appreciation and have appreciation for what's to come, right? So as we celebrate, and we do, sorry, I'm getting like these messages and it's like popping through. So as we celebrate all of these little wonderful goals and setbacks that challenge you and increase your awareness and your growth and your mindset and your skills and your development and all of these things, then as we celebrate those, then we continue to open up the channel and the flow to allow the big manifestation to come through. We remove all of this stuff, right? We remove this expectation. We remove this wrong intentions, and we just celebrate, have the fun in the process. This is a time to remember the powerful practice of affirmations. Write them down and speak them aloud as a spiritual exercise. Say it is so and it will be. It's a very auspicious sign when the word Lord chooses to be your ally. So Lynn, yes, keep going. Whatever you're doing, keep going. But take the time to celebrate all of the small things that are happening in your life, and take time to celebrate all of the little challenges or the little boulders that are popping through, because as you are overcoming these boulders and you're saying thank you, you're getting stronger and you're getting higher and higher up this mountain where your higher self is calling you towards your manifestation. So yes, keep going. So welcome. If you are just joining us, I've got about 5 minutes before I hop off. So before I do, I just wanted to share with you, if you're just hopping on now, definitely catch the full replay after I'm done here, so you can just hang out and join in the conversation down below. And tonight we were just talking about new moon intentions. We're talking about retrograde. We were pulling cards. We're learning new things. We're figuring things out. We're connecting, and we're expanding and magnifying and quantifying the energy that we are all existing and having right now, so that way we can continue to grow and manifest more with each other and co-create. So I'm really excited. This week, I just want to let you guys know, if you haven't already known, the Rising Goddess podcast has launched. We have episodes 000 and 001 that is already up, and you can catch it on SoundCloud. You can also catch it on Google Play. iTunes is almost done with being under review, and we're just waiting for Spotify to get its act together so it'll pop in there. So then you'll be able to catch the podcast on all of those as well. And the Rising Goddess podcast is really it's an amazing experience. And I'm really excited for all the value and the community for us to grow and to really help be a facilitator and an initiator for women to connect and to rise up into their goddessness. Amanda, you've listened to both already. I'd love to know what you think. Let me know if you resonate, if it helped in any sort of way or added value to your life. I'd really love that. So keep watch for that. We're going to have a couple of them pop up over the next couple of weeks, and we're going to get into more of a schedule of posting, probably 3 to 4 a week. So if you are not on my love letters email list yet, make sure you drop your email, or actually what you can do is you can go to my website, which is posted in my About Me here, or I'll post it down below in the comment section. But make sure you get on my love letters email list, so every morning you get a love letter from me, and then also on the weekends you get updates, informations, and you also get access to First Knows. And First in the Know is really when you find out when new episodes are being launched out, or when they're ready, also when courses are dropping, as well as you get a first opportunity to have one-on-one sessions. And Tuesday I am launching an amazing experience course that is going to be fantastic, so make sure you're keeping watch for that and on the list. Also, I do have 5 spots open on my one-on-one 3-month coaching package. I'm only working with 5 women right now, just because I really want to put a ton of energy into these women and really help them connect, and we really get deep and do a lot of mindset work, a lot of spiritual healing, a lot of womb connection healing, and we also start diving in on our one-on-ones on some sexual shame releasing, and it's an amazing thing. So I have 5 spots available. That is available now, and I am only doing that just because there's so much energy going into it. So if you are wanting to work with me one-on-one, please definitely check that out. I also have single sessions. So if you're not wanting to do a 3-month coach package, I do have single sessions of spiritual and mindset coaching. We also do private readings during those sessions. So it is a mixture of both lifestyle, spiritual, mindset coaching, along with the reading. It is together in one. So definitely check that out. And that's it. So keep watch. Make sure you're on Love Letters list. Tuesday is a major launch, and I'm really, really excited. So thanks so much for joining me tonight. And again, if you feel that this community has energy and provides value for somebody that you know and love, please like, share, comment, and let's show Facebook that we have an amazing community and we're all rising up together. So bye. Have a wonderful week and keep watching. I'll talk to you later.